What? It was on preview.
You're looking.
Can you guys see me? You see me now? Can you guys see me?
Nice.
All right, so yeah, my bad, guys. Apparently, I didn't realize my I was streaming, but I didn't realize it wasn't on live the whole time. Like, what the hell? Come on, my bad. That was a sucky move. But yeah, here we go now. Now I was wondering why you guys were interacting with me because I was like, what's going on? But wow. Okay. Sorry, guys. I built like the bottom part of it, but couldn't believe you guys aren't seeing me. My bad. It happens. So to just explain, I just did this is the top portion that I did, and I inserted the these little 2020 channel, I want to say maybe T-nuts kind of things. So I inserted these. So right now I'm just still finishing squaring up the part here. I see a lot of familiar faces. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, Conley. Hey, Skyrim. Welcome, guys. All right. Let me continue here. All right. This is making sure everything was all squared on me. I'm just making sure everything is nicely squared up and looking good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I like this color. I really do like this color. This will be a Batman theme printer. I'm surprised the frame is this small. Like I just didn't expect it to be such a small printer. Like, you know, from the videos you would think it's like a medium-sized printer, but it's actually pretty small. Like it's not a big printer at all. So so it should be a small little size, medium, semi-medium size printer. All right, let's see what else we have to do here. So I'm using this right now as reference. That you guys see. I really should get a machinist square, Ted. Absolutely, I should definitely get myself one of those. Let you guys see exactly what I'm looking at as reference here. So I'm looking at this little guide here from Johnny Wang, and just kind of following what he does a little bit. Just to make sure I'm on pace, so I'm just gonna okay, so that's what he did. Okay. All right. Remember to type the grub screen for the internal brackets also apply. I don't have any of the VC3 that he's talking about, so I'm just gonna have to do that on later on. I didn't thought about getting that stuff. I'm just going directly, but okay. All right. Get you guys back that view. All right, let's continue. So, honestly, this little glass with the setup works a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, um, but I'm definitely gonna end up going back over this. But for now, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But I'm definitely gonna have to verify, make sure nothing is wobbling too much. All right. Actually, I really do. I have some Loctite somewhere. I might have to hunt for it, but I do have some blue Loctite somewhere in one of my little stash somewhere. But I'm gonna make sure I tighten up this thing. Like once I finally tighten it up, that I put some torque in it, get it tightened up a little bit. I guess this is not one of them. There we go. Hey, Axe Potato, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, so same thing for this. We're gonna go ahead, take our L brackets here. And slide this above it. Maybe, yeah, look like I put that the wrong way. Hold on. I did, of course I did. Did I still do this the wrong way? So, not sure if I point this out, but you see this notch you guys are looking at? There's a notch right here, and if you don't put it the right way, the frame won't slide in place. So we just have to watch for that. Okay. Get it on. Pretty sure there's a better way of doing this, honestly, but all right. Take one of these extrusions to lift it up. There we go. That's just to hold it in place for a second. Hey, 3D Experiment, deal with it. Welcome, guys. Make sure that's leveled. I'm not really over tightening anything right now. I'm just kind of just get a bare frame going, and then I'll kind of square up while I do it after the fact, just to make sure everything's squared. Thanks, Axe Potato. Yes, I am excited for the Annex. Listen, when I got into 3D printing, of course I had an Ender 3 Pro and I modded it, but really the first print I saw was an Annex K3 at the time. This was back in 2020, and man, I was super impressed how fast that thing is. Like, super impressed. And but you know, I wasn't really interested in it then. But when I got into Vorons and started building Voron, that's when the interest came to build one. So I'm really excited about this build. Like, I'm super excited about it. You know what? Let me just go to the smaller one. There we go. It's a little better. Alright, let me pop a bigger one, slightly bigger one under, just to make sure we're good here. Leveled. Yeah, I'm just want to make sure that the height is right, that's not too high. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay, we're slowly starting to get a little frame going on here. Oh, I gotta catch up with chat here. I'm catching up with chat, guys. We'd love for you to comment on how the build process computer Voron goes. Isn't that overkill having blind joints and one corner inserts? All right, so let me answer some of you guys' questions. So in terms of the build process so far, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is a very intimidating printer to build. Not only because of the size, I thought it would be much bigger than this. I mean, keep in mind, this is just a frame. Now, there is some other parts that are going to go for the back in terms of where the electronic go. But this is a pretty small printer. Like, I'm kind of shocked that it's kind of this small, to be honest with you. And this is just the frame. So it's not a very big printer. And two, the build process, just from looking at it, there's no manual, which makes it a little bit more difficult. That means I got to be using the CAD in order to kind of reference from in order to build this. And as you can see, I actually have a website of a person who built this. He had a build log. It's kind of detailed, but that's what I'm kind of using as a reference right now in order to kind of get this done. But so far, the build process is more intimidating than a Voron. Voron is easy to build. I've built so much. I've converted so many other printer into a Voron. So, in my opinion, the Voron is going to be by far the easiest to build. As far as I would say I wouldn't say that the blind joints plus the L brackets are overkill. You want this frame as stiff as possible, especially when you're having four motors pushing a tool head, a little tool head. I mean, of course, it's not traveling too far, but to move at those speed consistently, you want a stiff frame. So I can see why the blind joints, the L brackets, are needed in order to keep this thing super stiff. So I wouldn't say necessary overkill. I'll just say it's more for just security, if anything. Um, I'm all about overkill, putting corner place on my VZ Butt 3 right now. Awesome 3D experiment. I love my VZ Butt, by the way. I have a VZ Butt right next to me. If I point the camera over there, I love my VZ Butt. Awesome stuff. Yes, and Axe Potato, yeah, for your question, it's definitely easier to run belts. Just because the belts are run like motor to motor, much easier to run the belts on here. So that's for sure. Hey, all right, listen. I would say I definitely agree with y'all that maybe me psyching myself out about it. That is not that it's hard to build, but without a manual, I mean, don't get me wrong. I built enough where I'm kind of adequate enough to build it, but it still don't make it less intimidating to build. You know, because it's a first time building one, so I don't really want to make a ton of mistakes and have to redo a ton of stuff. So I'm taking my time with this. I'm definitely going to be slowing my roll a little bit with this one. So far, the total cost, for those who are curious, I've paid round about $1,400, and I mean that included some self-sourcing. The frame and the paneling that I got from Fabrico alone is, what do you call it now, like $300 total. And then when I self-sourced the motor, everything, the motor kit was $160, and self-sourcing everything else, it adds up to about $1,400. So this is the most expensive printer that I've bought so far. You know, yeah, it's yeah, pretty pricey little sucker. All right, get that there. There we go. So let me get this up a little further. There we go. Oh, for sure. Hey, for sure. For sure, Axe Potato. This is definitely early Christmas for me, man. Like I said, I'm super excited about this. Like, I can't wait to get this thing up and running. Um, I cannot wait to get this up and running. But it's going to definitely be a couple of weeks, though, because I'm taking my time with this build. I just wanted to build correctly the first time. So I'm not going to rush it. I'm just going to research in the background, make sure I'm doing the right thing here. You know, not messing up anything. No need to rush it, you know. I got plenty of time to get it going. All right. Let's work on the last one here, and then I'll just check everything and make sure it's all squared up. Hello, Nuno. Welcome, man. Welcome, MBC, NC. Welcome. I agree with you. 3D experiments. I like the Bamboo Labs. Don't get me wrong. I've been watching it. The only reason why I would get the Bamboo Labs over just building a custom printer is just for the sole purpose that they have figured out how to do multicolor printing properly. I wouldn't say necessarily properly. I'm pretty sure there's better ways to do it, but currently the only reason why I get a Bamboo Lab is I like multicolor prints, and I like the enraged gravity carrot feeder I have, but the challenge with that is to get a proper spool holder going, which I haven't printed out the carrot patch yet, which is what I'm going to end up doing. But yeah, the only reason for the Bamboo Lab is it's decently fast. I mean, it's comparable fast to some of the fastest custom printers out there, and the fact that it can print multicolor prints at some decent speed. So that is the only reason I would get a Bamboo Lab for, just for multicolor prints. Outside of that, my printers can do the same speeds, no problem, you know? So that's really the only reason why I would get a Bamboo Labs. This part's a little tricky to get it in. Put it in right here. There we go. Slide down. All right, got it in. Yeah, Ted. Yes, I saw that Annex is definitely working on their own version of a similar approach of the carrot feeder, but it seems to be a little bit better in my opinion. Now, if they do release something like that, I'm gonna definitely build one. I like building these things, so I'm hoping that it works better. But you know, I had an idea the other day, just sitting there thinking of the Bamboo Labs concept, and it would be cool to have a concept similar where you actually have a knife to cut the filament, because the challenge I run into with my enraged carrot feeder is the tip of the filament, and to try to get the best tip as possible, not all filament are equal, and so the problem is that sometimes the tip can be perfect, sometimes it can be stringy. There's so much variation when it comes to the RAM settings and getting the proper tip. So for me, if you can actually come up with a design similar to Bamboo Lab, not to copy them, but you know, similar implementation of having the filament cut, I think that would be the perfect solution, because at least you don't have to worry about a stringiness or any tip causing issues when you're inserting and retracting filament. That's just what I was thinking of, but we'll see what they come up with. Who knows? Someone might take on the mantle and challenge that. All right. All right, so we kind of have a somewhat of a frame. So now I'm just going to kind of take my time and kind of square it up, make sure everything looks somewhat neat. It's not really out of place. So go back down at the bottom, make sure everything is neat and not out of place with the squaring here. All right, let me go grab. Let's see if I can grab a little tool, guys. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something to help me make sure this is fair. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Okay, this one need to be fixed. Right here. That's what needs to go. Caution, look at your internal brackets at the upper portion of the frame. Currently the side down on the desk. These will get red. Oh, Josh, thank you, bro. Thanks for the warning. Thank you, Josh. Welcome to the stream. You see, this is why I said it's good to pay attention. I'm not an expert with this building this, but I'm glad someone caught that. Okay, thank you, Josh. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Because you know what? I actually saw this, and you're definitely right. Because I actually saw this. I actually saw some. Yes, you're right. 1, 2. You're right, Josh. Thank you, brother. You are right. Let me go remove these. Thank you. You're absolutely right. Let me remove those right now. Good catch. Good catch. That would be a disaster. Absolutely, Axe Potato. This is why I'm doing this live stream, because I want you guys to kind of point out any little errors I make, just to have an extra eye out there watching, because like I said, I don't want to make too much mistakes now. So I appreciate you, Josh, for coming in clutch right there. That would have been a disaster. Okay. All right, let's remove the other ones. All right, got one more set to undo here. Hey, what's up? What the flux? That's a funny name. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Gary, welcome to the stream. All right, got one more set here to pop out. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, Gary. Personally, with a T95 Android box, I just use Ethernet. I don't use the Wi-Fi. I've seen people got the Wi-Fi to work. I just use the Ethernet straight. I even managed to actually install the actual ambient Linux on the actual MMC, the built-in storage on it, and it's been working so good so far. So um, maybe hit me up on Facebook, Gary, and I can probably help you out a little further there. Oh, oh, awesome! I got an Annex dev here. That's great. More guidance. I like it. All right. Thanks again, Josh. You came in clutch, buddy, because I would have just kept on going and not realized that there shouldn't be any of those brackets in there. That would have been a disaster. All right. Now back to kind of squaring and make sure everything is corpus set. I just want to make sure everything is looking good. This side looks good. Okay, so some of these need a little bit more adjustment down here, guys. I'm gonna have to fix these. All right, this one needs to be a little bit out a little bit. Yeah, this is out a little bit, just a tad bit. Just a tiny bit. All right, we got no rocking. Going around doing a little extra tightening, but no rocking so far. I have a piece of glass on this plywood, so it's pretty decently flat. So at least get me somewhat flat. Okay. All right. All right. Look good there. Okay. Okay, this needs to be adjusted right here. Yeah, this one is the problem here. Hey G Funny, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. So as far as specs, nozzle, Ted, I'm gonna be running. So, well, nozzle wise, I was gonna do a. At least this is what faders call it, a 2022 Dragon Ultra iFlow. But because it's not really quite fully supported yet, there's mods for it to mount it. So I'm gonna go for the safer bet and stick with a Fadus Rapido. So I'm going to go with a Fadus Rapido out in. I have a couple Rapidos in here, including the Ultra iFlow, and I love it so far. Like, I love the hot end. So I'm just gonna stick with a Fadus. So in terms of a nozzle, I really haven't tried anything outside of brass nozzle, believe it or not. Like, I have, like, plated nozzle that I have, like plated brass nozzle, but I haven't tried none of the fancy Basel nozzle like you're mentioning, or any type of, anything outside of brass. Like, I've never tried anything outside of brass nozzle, but I'll be willing to give it a go. I don't mind thinking about trying something new. But for this build, I'm just going to keep it all, just stock for now. Keep everything regular, and go from there. All right. Make sure we're not ringing. Okay. more time, I guess. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what's to do next. Just gonna run with it, but it looks good. Um, we have a whole hour left to go, so let's see what else we can get done. Um, let me go and change view here real quick so you guys can see me again. All right. Okay, so oh yeah, I just changed it. You should be able to see a bigger view now. Trying to see. So I think you put the these L brackets in place here. It seems. I just can't tell. How it's okay, so it's held in place with these brackets. Oh no, these are for the what's the name? What's the other size? That. Thank you guys. Trying to figure out this support stuff. Look like I might have should have add one of the for this side here. Looking at the picture, it looked like I need something back here. One of the brackets back here. Yeah, so it seems like I definitely need some one of the support at top. Hey, kill the listen, I'm not that popular. Could you get rid of those butts for me? Yeah, I just realized that BPRZ, I just realized I need a bracket at the across here and one at the top. I just realized, so figured I was going to make some mistake along the line. It couldn't be that easy. All right, I'll just pull off one because I just sat there and got this done. So I'm just going to pull off one of the top ones and then slide one in place. So I'll just slide this down in place, just make it easy. There we go. All right, so that's slide down in place. So I need another one. Don't use blind joints for the rear middle horizontal extrusion. Just use, gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate that. You guys are guiding me, man. I appreciate you guys.
I recorded it.
What? Don't add the rear Z extrusion until the XY gantry is done. Okay. Okay, I won't do that then. I'll just do the center portion. So I'll just go ahead and add this then. Appreciate you guys helping me out. It helps a lot to have the dev here because I definitely don't want to look like an absolute, at least a complete idiot trying to assemble this. So, and I'm not a novice, but yeah, this is definitely different. Definitely different printer. But I'm excited. Absolutely excited for the challenge. All right, let me make sure this is all kind of squared up a little bit, at least somewhat. So I'll put it up. Got it. No blowing joints. Okay. Got it. I just realized what you're saying. No blowing joints. I'll remove it then. So just use the brackets on these. All right, so I guess we're just going to use this instead. Okay. Now, question for the guys that are doing this. Try to keep up with you guys. Unfortunately, you got to go. Your frame looks good before you move on to the extrusion down. Assume it all blind jump. Assume it was all blind. Okay, awesome. Thank you for the advice, BPRZ. Sure, some of this stuff as dev included. You want to slide that rear one back to the top with blind joints. The lower horizontal cross is attached with the external brackets only later. Okay. It's slow going though. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Honestly, making mistakes on stream is important to help people find out what to look for. So don't feel bad here. The first one to stream and I build. Very true. May have built one. Hey, straight up guys, listen. Before I even streamed, I knew I was gonna mess up. Like, it's to be expected. Again, there's not like a manual for this thing, and so you're just going off the whim and going off of all the information that's there. So so I don't mind messing up for you guys. It's why I decided to stream it so you guys can see live and direct what not to do. I don't mind being the, I guess you say, the test dummy for this one. So I don't mind at all, honestly, because I'm learning in the process what not to do as well. So it helps. Uh, so do, okay, so it looked like you. Okay, I kind of see what to do here. All right. Okay, guys. Those who got to go, I see you guys. Thanks for joining in. Hello, Sanders 3D. Sanders 3D. I'm gonna need some bigger. For this. All right, Ted, man. I appreciate you coming around. Hope to see you next live stream. To answer your question, Gary, most of my printers have enclosures. For non Corex wise, that's a good question. I've never thought about building an enclosure for a non Corex Y machine. Um, but that's a good question, though. Okay, so we got one bracket that goes right here. And there's another one that goes over here too. So. There are two rear horizontal extrusion above halfway. The uppermost uses joint joints and a part of the main square frame constructed early. The one below is added later with Z motion. Gotcha. Okay, so I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Josh. I appreciate that warning. So I guess I can put it in for now, but I won't tighten it up or anything like that. Since you're mentioning that, so good to know. So then can out of curiosity, Josh, this is for you. Can I install the bottom's Z bracket, the bracket for the bottom? Can I install that one, that cross beam? Yes, I really do need a mod, G, for the money. I have my wife on it. Let me see if she can you delete those porn butt spam for me, please. I need to add a couple of guys that are going to be mod because if I'm going to be streaming often for sure, it'd be nice to have someone to reel in those bots. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. All right. So I'm just gonna add this back and add the what's the name, and then I'll remove this. It seems like it's easy to go in anyway, so. You remove them?
I keep recording them.
Yeah, remove it.
Yeah, but you can when you report it, it deletes it.
Okay.
It goes away. It might not show on there on that weird thing.
All right. Let's see if we can slide this down just a little bit. I think I wind this up just a little too much. All right. That looks somewhat like the frame. I'm not gonna really tighten this up, guys, because I'm gonna end up removing it. But just to get an idea what everything looks like, I'm gonna add it there temporarily, um, just so I can kind of visualize where I'm at in this process. Okay. So I guess the frame would look something like that. Okay. Should you guys be able to see this a little bit up? All right. I guess this. Or something like this. All right, so that's what it kind of should look like with the brackets in. Okay. So basically that's what it should look like a bit. Like I said, I'm not going to tighten up everything because based on what Josh said, I'm going to have to end up removing just this back portion when I'm mounting the gantry stuff. All right. Learned a lot today. Learn a whole bunch today about this machine. It's going to be fun. Okay. Next thing I can do is kind of mount the Z because I think he said I could. If you want to, you now or later, it doesn't matter. Get it in the way. Okay, cool. All right, so I can mount that too. Oh, nice. Don't want to be a bummer, but this quartz wire has a floating linear rail. Linear rail is supposed to be supported by something. Sanders 3D. I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking if the rails are supported or floating? Oh, I see what you're saying. The linear rails that are floating with the above the gantry, I don't think it's gonna affect it at all. Like it's rigid enough. You have two linear rails kind of tied in together, so I don't think it's gonna affect it at all in terms of stability or anything like that. All right, so let's go to loosen these up just slightly so I can get this in there. I have to fix back that, but I might as well just get it out of the way now so I know it's there. And it mounts like this. Yeah, it does. Thanks, Gary. That TikTok bill, was designed by Squirrel Brain, and I love that TikTok build. I still have it. It's actually right beside me over there. If I tilt the camera, you can actually see it. It's such a nice printer, man. I'm using it a lot. Nice little printer to use. Very fast too. Very stable and quick. Definitely love the TikTok. Slide some extrusion in here. There we go. There we go. To tighten it down just a little so it stays in place. Shift on me. Appreciate you guys sticking it out with me and watching, man, because I'm not the most entertaining, especially when I'm focused, but I'll work my way into it. And like any improvement you guys think I can make to make the stream better, please suggest it. Definitely want it more entertaining for you guys, so you guys are not bored. All right, let's do it in here too. See what's the best method here. Either way, I'm gonna have to slide a T-nut in there. See if I can cheat and slide a T-nut in this way. Yeah, that seems to work a little better than I thought. So. Hey, Ellie Rodriguez. I have a feeling I know who you are. How are you doing? All right, you know what? Let me tilt this to the side. Just be easier to get it in. There we go. And that made it a little easier to get that in there. So it should be facing this way. All right, I appreciate that, Axe Potato. I wasn't sure about music, you know, because I know some people don't really like the the background music. But if you guys don't mind a little music, I don't mind playing a little bit. Right? Let's Try to bring this to the center just a little bit. Trying to get this in as well too. Flip this over. All right, now I just got to center this thing. I'm gonna have to use a square to make sure this is squared away. Center. Okay, so we're at 8.5 up here. What about up here? Right about at the 3 mark. Okay, so this is off just a little bit. Just making sure that I'm in the same spot I'm looking for. Okay. Doing good. Looks like you're doing. You're absolutely right, Ellie. Absolutely right. Just making sure this doesn't get out of place. Because now it's a little bit more different to square up it like this. I'm gonna have to get a smaller Allen wrench here. I know I have some spare. Looking for a shorter Allen wrench, guys. Yeah, I do. Of course I do. Have one spare. I'm gonna have to do some more adjustment to this, but I'm not really too worried about it right now. I just want to get it somewhat where I need it to be. All right. Looks much better. So there we go, guys. So I didn't put the backing, just like Josh said. I didn't put the back. There's a back piece that needs to be here. We're gonna leave that off, just because I don't want to run into any more issues per se in terms of assembling this. But I did put the Z bracket. Now I'm gonna make sure it's a little bit straighter than this, just to make sure that that's all lined up in the background. This is there temporarily too. Like I said, based on what's recommended, is to run the gantry and then put this back in place. So what I'm going to do next stream is I'm going to kind of prep myself to make sure that I have the gantry parts ready, just so I can start working on the gantry area and maybe the Z area assembly, so that way I can get a better vision of what everything looks like, and then we can kind of go from there. But as frame wise, the frame is I'm kind of shocked it's like kind of tiny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still surprised it's a small little printer. Like, it's intimidating, but it's tiny. But you know, it's very interesting. So yeah, not bad, not bad at all. Trying to catch up and see if you guys have any questions. Josh, again, thanks for your help, man. If it wasn't for you, man, I think I would have been making a lot of mistakes by now. But appreciate you guys jumping in, the devs jumping in and helping to save the day here. Still got a little bit of time. I'm calling the stream at 7:30, so we still got a few minutes. Let me see what I have left that we can kind of mess with. Yeah, let me see. So. You guys can see I got a ton of parts. Let me put this aside real quick. So you guys can see I got a ton of parts printed, a whole bunch of parts. So what we're gonna probably, like I said, we can probably just start working on the gantry stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna end up working on. And the Z stuff for the next stream. And all of this stuff was printed off my printer. As you can see all my printers there. So it was mostly printed on all my Vorons here. So I'm just kind of like separating some parts right now that we can kind of Joe Limes, no big deal, man. So from now on, just in case anyone wasn't sure, so every Thursday I will have a stream, and I'm gonna completely build this on stream completely. So I'm not going to take any shortcuts like I usually would. Like, you know, the only thing I'll do in the background right now is just make sure the frame is square completely. But outside of that, I'm not touching anything else. The next set of stuff, exactly like these, like assembling these things, are all going to be on stream. So that way, again, I'm learning while you guys are learning, and we can kind of do it live, which is what I'm all about. So I'm not going to do anything in the background. I'm going to do everything live. As far as extruder setup, 3D experiment, I'm going to be using the Sharper Mini. I love the Sharper Mini. I'm not going to lie. I fall in love completely with the Sharper Mini. It's freaking badass. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to be using the Sharper Mini with a Rapido high flow in this case. Um, there's a lot of parts to print. I can tell you that. There's a lot of things to print, like a lot of stuff. I will say probably a little bit more stuff than Voron has. I'll probably equal amount of stuff to print. But it's definitely a lot of stuff that you got to print. That's awesome. I heard about that extruder. I'm just separating parts for right now because next stream is going to be quite interesting. Trying to put this all together. No, so I only print ABS, especially when it comes to these type of machines. I love printing ABS, by the way. If you go look through my earlier videos on my channel, I never, I want to say I wasn't a fan of ABS. I just never printed it. So I was coming from a very ignorant standpoint when I was speaking on ABS. Now, after building my Vorons and start printing ABS, to be honest with you, I love printing ABS. Now, I still like printing PLA because I do a lot of, I'll show you some of the stuff I've printed in PLA here. So, this is my addition to my stuff, and it's pretty heavy. So, I'm going to have to be careful taking it down. It's pretty heavy. So, this is something that I like doing in my spare time with my printer. So I printed all of this from my VZ butt. This took about 2.5 days to print on my VZ butt only, and my VZ butt is pretty fast. So so this is what I built. This is the mechanic. What do you call it now? I'm losing my train of thought here. Godzilla, the mechanic Godzilla. So there we go. It's pretty weighty. Takes quite a bit of kilogram of PLA to print. But yeah, I love it. VZ butt is really awesome. So this is what I do in my spare time, like just printing stuff and putting it up, stuff like that. So see if I can get it back up here. It's so big I don't have space to kind of put it. So I'm like trying to be very careful. Oh, thanks, G Funny. I like to do that in my spare time. I like to print those stuff. I have a lot more to print, but right now, I'm all about building this thing here. Just separating some parts here. Huh? Squirrel Brain, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like, you don't understand, guys. Like, I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting me because, like I said, I'm a small-time YouTuber, but I love 3D printing. I have a passion for it, and I just want to give back to the community the best way I know how, and that's to just engage and share what I like. I think that's about it in terms of all the parts here. that's about it there. All right, I think that's about it for this. All right, guys. Oil resistant experience with ABS failure across the layer lines. There's a lot more tension in the gantry than the Voron ABS fails. Yes, it is. All right, Josh, you kind of scared me there because I printed a bunch of ABS parts. I guess I'll see how well this holds up. But if it does fail, then I'm gonna have to go invest in some ASA and maybe reprint parts as we go. I think the most important part out of this whole build is just I just want to get it going and printing. But if it does end up failing, ABS end up failing, then I'm gonna go ASA, like what's recommended. But definitely not PTG. That's not gonna fly around here. PTG is just not gonna cut it for this type of thing. So definitely, yeah. But I appreciate that explanation, Josh, as well, about the ABS and ASA. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so not immediately, but over time, it definitely seems like it. The ABS wears out. Got it. Good to know. So as you guys can see, we have a lot to do next stream. We got quite a bit to do. Like I said, 2-hour interval. I don't want to make the stream too long. So we're gonna do what we can next stream, as much as we can, and I'll prep too. Like I said, this was made easy because I had everything prepped. I'm learning from the previous streams that I've done last year, not having everything everywhere. So now that I'm prepped, and thanks for the information, Josh, and the other developer. Now I can kind of focus on what I need to do to make next stream even a little bit better. So yeah, this is fun. This has been really fun and engaging. I'm glad you guys are engaging because it'd be boring if you guys are not talking with me. So appreciate you guys coming out and supporting me. It really feels good. So we got 10 minutes. If you guys want to chat, just chat with me for about 10 minutes and then we can call it a stream, and I'll look forward to next stream. But awesome, Axe Potato. Me too. I'm excited for it. Oh, while you guys are here, so not sure if you guys can see this behind me, but I did do a conversion on my Trident. So this is not your standard Trident. So I'm running the VZ bot gantry. I was gonna make a video of this, but since you guys are here, might as well show you. So I'm running the VZ bot gantry, and I managed to do all-wheel drive on here. So these are two 4-stepper motors, but I flipped these, so they flip up. So I'm trying to tune this right now. I'm in the process of kind of trying to tune this and messing with it. But it's interesting so far to have 4 motors, basically quadrupling the torque on this thing. So this thing is torquey. So I'm excited to see what it can do. So by the way, that's what I've been working on in the background as well. Hey, me too, Nuno. I can't wait to see it in action. I'm excited. I am excited to get this thing up, running, and printing fast. I'm looking at least 20K acceleration. I want to see how quick this thing can move. So, X Potato, I prefer buy from vendors my ABS. So far, believe it or not, I've bought ABS from Amazon, Gizmo Dorks, Matter Hacker, Polymaker, Sunlu ABS, and I've had success with all of them. The only one that was kind of weird was the Matter Hacker ABS a little bit. It was kind of weird. It's out of all of them, it takes the lowest temperature rating. Like any higher, it tends to kind of um, boils itself. It just overheats. It's kind of strange. It's the lowest temperature ABS I've ever printed. But outside of that, everybody else, Amazon, Polymaker, and Sunlu ABS have been really great. So I don't really buy ABS in bulk. I just try to buy as much as I need, just because it can be pricey. Um, Sanders 3D. All right, man, no problem. Hopefully you can, even though you might not be able to catch a live stream, hopefully you can re-watch it back. So no big deal, buddy. No big deal at all. I haven't, but I do have clear ABS. I have natural color. Actually, this color that you're looking at, this white color you're seeing, that's natural ABS, and I really can't tell the difference. I will say this though, natural color ABS, in my opinion, cracks a little bit more. I don't know why, but to me, using it so far, it tends to get cracky over time. I don't know why, if it's a thing, but yeah. What hot-end upgrade would you recommend for the Johnson upgrade? In my opinion, if you have a Chauncey X5SA Pro, which is also capable of printing pretty quick if you get it tuned right, um, if you can throw in a Rapido iFlow on there, I'll definitely recommend a Rapido. So far, the Rapido add-in has been a godsend. I really, really love it. I know some people say they have issues with it, but I love my Rapido. It prints amazing. Like um, the VZ butt back there, I wish I could show you guys, but it's right behind me. I'm printing at 18K acceleration, fully all around at 250 millimeters a second with PLA, and surprisingly, PLA keeps up at 250 millimeters a second, and the Rapido eats through it like nobody's business. Super consistent. I have no issue with the Rapido add-in. So I would say if you can afford a Rapido add-in, just throw it on there. You're not going to lose off of it. It's a really good add-in. Um, Natural Polymaker SA fantastic holds up well. Okay, good to know, Josh. I might give that a go. I haven't print ASA yet, but I would like to give ASA a go in terms of printing. It seems like it prints the same way like ABS. So hopefully, one of these days I can actually give ASA a go. Oh, and one more thing before I go. Um, so, as you know, I like to make videos about some of the bed surfaces I use, and I want to throw this out there. That Gizmo Dorks is a brand on Amazon. They sell PEI sheets, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they have the best PEI sheet I've ever used so far. Separately from the PEI sheet that comes with the flex beds, this PEI sheet is a little thicker. It's a little darker in color. I'm not sure if you can see it. The camera can pick it up on my what's the name? I'm probably too far, but it's a little darker in color. Comes with sticky adhesive backing, so you can put it on like borosilicate glass or an existing flexible build plate. But when I say it sticks, I mean it holds onto ABS like nobody's business. So it's what I'm using right now. Gizmo Dark PEI sheet. It's amazing. I put it on all my printer just because it holds onto prints. This is the best PEI sheet I've used so far. So yeah. Hey, Roland. Rollahan, you came through, man. I appreciate you, man, with that $20. I appreciate that, man. It's gonna go right into this build. So appreciate you, man, coming through. Absolutely. Oh, that yeah, 3D experiment. I print with This is my favorite too. Another favorite of mine. I gotta show y'all since we're kind of talking a little bit. See if I can find it. So, for those who still print on glass, if you print on borosilicate glass, which I prefer borosilicate glass over any other glass, this stuff here, this Aquanet, I never believed people when they said they use Aquanet hairspray. Like a lot of people say they have success with it, but I never really believed it. But I tried this. This thing, I tell you guys, is awesome. Like especially if you have adhesion issue, you spray some of this on there. For some reason, it makes especially if you spray it on glass, it makes it a little tacky. I can't explain the texture you get, but there's a texture that it leaves on the bed, and ABS stick to this sucker as well. Like it sticks really well. But I realized after maybe your third set printing on the same, it tends to start warping after. So you constantly have to be spraying on top of it. So I would say this is good for like a temporary setup, but it's not like a permanent solution like a solid PI sheet. So, but it's there for backup for me. Yeah, but I'm excited, guys. Thanks for you guys sticking around. Thanks for showing up, Rolahan. Um, Next week is gonna be all about, like I mentioned, working on the Z setup and working on the gantry setup. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of studying in the background and then kind of make sure the frame is pretty solid in the background as well. But other than that, we're gonna start right as you see everything. We're gonna start back assembling little parts for the gantry and everything going. Pretty excited about this. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. And if you don't catch it, that's okay. You can just look at the replay for next week's stream, and it's no big deal, guys. But I appreciate you guys even tuning in. Like I really appreciate the support and you guys helping me out here. Yes, yes, I am, Roland. Yes, I am printing more of the toy maker model. So I have. Let me see if I can show you above me. I'm gonna pin the camera up real quick so you guys can see above. Let me see, make sure you guys are seeing that.
It takes a few minutes.
So you see that right there? Those in the background, those are all, I printed about 4 of them so far. And I got more to come. Like I got a lot more to print. Oop. Yeah. So I got some more to print. So yeah, I have like a whole set of another 10 more of the toy maker mechanical things to print. So I'm excited. I love printing them and they're huge.
Oh, they like the Joker picture.
They do like the Joker? Yeah, that Joker is nice. Yep, that Joker is nice. I got it from Comic-Con Tampa, because I live in Florida, so I got it from Comic-Con. Do it, print one. It's awesome. I have the latest one that he released. It's a dragon. It's huge, about 530 millimeters tall. I have no space. As you can see, my shelves are small, so I have no space to fit it on. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. So I'm gonna save printing that for last, just so I can find a spot for it. But everything else, I'll print it and I'll show you guys as I go along the streams. But yeah. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Thanks to some of the Annex devs for jumping through and helping me out with this. Preventing some mistake, and I hope to see them on the next streams as we go through this build process. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys' support 100%. So I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So take it easy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Any last questions here? Hey, do it. Hey, well, do it. Print it. It's an easy print. There's a couple parts. I mean, of course, it comes in parts, but it's an easy print. But go ahead and do it, man. I can't wait to see it. And I love your X1 carbon. Absolutely love it, man. So put out more content on that. But yeah, guys. So I'll see you guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you either during your stream or Steve Bill stream. I'll see you guys out there. So take it easy. Appreciate you guys. Out.